Hello, friends. I'm excited to present another inspiring journey. Before getting into the episode, I would like to thank everyone out there for supporting Nurtured Dreams by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. If you like our content, please leave your valuable comments. Our guest for today is a visionary entrepreneur who believes in recycling and reviving weaving. In her TEDx talk, she shared her experience in recycling waste into utilities and reviving the market. She leads a women's self help group to revive Indian weave back into the mainstream. In conversation with Vidya Ramamurthy, founder Manikarnika Fabrics. Hello, Vidya. Thank you very much
Hi.
for accepting our invite and coming to our show today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I must say thank you so much for considering me for this interview.
I've seen you doing recycling, So, how did you cultivate this? Where did this interest come? You know, doing it's a small thing maybe for others, but when you do it and when overnight it becomes a big show, people start recognizing you. How did it all start? Tell us about the Sattvam initiative.
Sattvam initiative began in a very unexpected manner. Basically, I was looking for a carry bag to gift something to somebody in a family function. We were all to go somewhere and there was very less time to go buy something. We had the content, we didn't have the bag. So I looked around in the house and then it's a small thing, like you said, it's a small thing that happened that day where we had a stash of cartons and then there was the Saffola carton and then there were color paper in my mother-in-law's stash. So I thought, why not put them together and then why not, there were satin ribbons in her stash also. She was a very ardent crafter. So I just made up the bag and there was no certain things are serendipity. They say when some things happen, you don't realize the magnanimity of what it is going to lead you into. You know, it was a small incident that day. We made the bag, we went and gifted it and then got back. And that was the time when I was taking my little guy, second child, for walks. And even the older one was like 6 years old. And then he was having his gang of girls and boys in the park close by. And they were playing. And then I was with the pram with the 1-year-old child of mine. And then we were mothers meeting each other in the park and discussing our daily routine, life, blah, 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 blah. And one of the friends said, I have a birthday party coming up for my daughter, but I'm not finding the kind of bags I want. I don't want to go for those plastic bags, which are off and available in all these stationery shops and other things. But I want some sustainability to attach to the party, Then occurred, this happened 2 weeks after that carry bag. So I related to it. And then I told my friend, see, I have a small concept that's running in my head. So I have these cartons. Let me try making you something up. Okay. Don't pay me anything. I just want to try. Okay. And I'll tell you in a day's time if my idea is working or not. So then you can, based on that, you can go about other ideas. So that's how the second order happened. Now, the foundation for it probably dates back to my childhood. My dad was a very, very ardent paper crafter. He would love working with paper. He would love working with things which are associated with paper. This stemmed the idea that my childhood experiences were a reason for my restart of my career. I am a standing example of why women should not give up on their childhood hobbies. I have been in a corporate and worked for 8 years in Hewlett Packard as their HR operations specialist. And there are stages in life where we women don't need to be instructed. We ourselves realize what situation we are in, we acclimatize to it, and we change decisions. We compromise, we change decisions for ourselves. We close chapters, we open new chapters. That's what mothers are all about, right? Many mothers who are more capable, more accepting responsibilities and have a little help in the house do get both best of both worlds, right? When you see women working as well as balancing at home. So I look at this interview as addressing the men folk too. The more addressing, the more accepting, adjusting you are, guys, You will make our lives easy. This is a thank you also to all the men in our lives who are equally participating. And recycling was one of the stepping stones for me. And then we started from there. We started from cotton recycling and then moved on to fabric because I had a hurdle in the fabric, in the cotton recycling segment. I had a hurdle where I couldn't do numbers. See, when you are into a business, numbers matter. How do you grow? How do you improve your incomes? How do you improve your salaries? How do you start paying them better? By doing more business, which is equal to more numbers. So my recycle projects had a hurdle where I couldn't do beyond 50 numbers. That's where my door closed during carton recycling. But that's a passion that I have. So somewhere around 14,000 carry bags and boxes were done. Even then, the first 4 years, I made zero profit. Zero under zero. I haven't made profit on that. All the entire 14,000 carry bags that I'm talking about, zero profit. It was entirely done in the pleasure of recycling. Okay. And that's something very fond I will carry alongside with me, because we helped the landfills not get 15,000 carton bags and plastic bags at some point in time.
Now moving on to from your quilling and recycling, how did Manikarnika happen? Tell us about your passion for sarees and how did this quilting happen?
Okay. Manikarnika happened out of my house. Basically, we were stocking fabrics. We started with Kalamkari fabrics. We started with parallelly two things happened. The Pancharangi Pattipallu sarees happened from Belgaum, where I spotted a weaver in an exhibition. And just one conversation happened to lead me into 200 sarees procurement, wherein we were more keen on bringing the sarees which are not in the market. We being Bangalore, being capital of Karnataka, I didn't find a few very important fabrics and sarees in the market. One was the Pancharangi Pattipallu, the checkered sarees, and the other was the Guled Gudda Khana fabrics, the Gajendragada fabrics. And that's how it started. My procurements began with the Pancharangi Pattipallu sarees from the direct weaver contact from Belgaum. These were powerloom sarees. That's how we began. And then we graduated into handloom sarees. One led to the other. When you're into weaving industry, when you're into the textile business, one leads to the other, one leads to the other. That's how the intent and the interest grows of bringing in. My USP is I don't do what everybody does. Basically, you have lots of shops, fabric shops in Commercial Street, OPH Road, Russell Market, Shrirampuram, Avenue Road, lots of them. Okay, who are doing authentic silks, who are doing a lot of sought after things, but then there are no sarees of the land, sarees that from the grassroots. So that's where my thing of revival started, and then we started getting in touch with these weavers, and that's how the Manikarnika story started from the household. So then my husband and me were generally chit-chatting, and then the idea of a store happened. He said, why don't you look for a space? That now that you have people asking you back, coming back to you for various things, you should, take an initiative and start a store. That's how we started looking out, and then found this space right next to my house. That's how we started Manikarnika store. And then remember the story where I said my women friends who were with little kids and we used to talk about our daily routine. I found a bunch of girls who knew stitching. So we all decided, let us do together. That's how we are a self-help group of friends who have started this. And I run the show. I run the store, and then they help me in the process.
So in this process, have you taught this quilting, whatever you have learned, to other people if they want to start?
That's the beauty. That's the beauty. In our store, we are women who connected from different parts of India who have settled down in Bangalore. So there I spotted a couple of girls who already knew quilting. They have been quilting, like our Sabita have been quilting right from her childhood when she was a teenage kid. She was from Lucknow, and then Leva is a Ghar Ghar Ki Kahani, like how Gudri and Kaudi is a Ghar Ghar Ki Kahani in Karnataka. She used to quilt from her childhood, so she knows the basics, right? And me, I have just been the catalyst. I've just been the trigger. I just pump in confidence into them. Chal ho sakta hai, kar lelte. That has been my role into the whole thing. They are actually running the shop. In my absence, also the store runs end to end, and then the girls take care.
In this process, you would have come across many weavers. We have seen, many weavers are losing jobs because handlooms are facing a lot of problems these days. So,
Yes.
have you been able to help certain weavers and handloom specialists?
Yes. Very much, yes. Very much, yes. My contribution towards the handloom fraction starts with Pattada Anchu in Karnataka. And that's exclusively what we have taken up. And it starts with ilkalsaree silks. And what is again not there in Bangalore. Pattada Anchu is not in Bangalore. Khana Fabrics is not in Bangalore. Khana Fabrics date back to 10,000 years. Would you believe it? Pattada Anchu and Khana Fabrics, the Pattada Anchu handloom sarees and the Khana Fabrics of Karnataka date back to 10,000 years. And it's not there in the capital city of Karnataka. I found something big amiss. So I decided, let me get into this channel and let me cut out on the middlemen, directly go to the weaver, so I'm able to give the price benefit to the customer. And we are single most quantity stockers in Bangalore. Manikarnika is proud to say that we are the only store in Bangalore who stock about 8 to 10,000 meters at a stretch of khana, silk khana from Karnataka. So we have helped about at least 15 weavers in Karnataka, giving them continuous business, and about 40 to 50 across the country, bringing in other weaves.
Great to know. Great to know. And we have all seen Corona, affect many businesses.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I have seen you through it. Can you just share your experience, how you sailed through that rough phase?
Yes. The first shocker came in 1 week before the COVID announcements came. And then my first ray of hope also came in 1 week before the Corona struck. It's like that, when you have a passion in hand, when you have that chahat to do any hard work, God shows you the way. He does not ignore you. You have to see it. We spotted it. It was like God sent when my girl, Sabita, and her 2 children stepped into the store with masks on their face. I asked her, "Arey, ye kya pehen ke aa gayi?" She said, "Didi, mere paas purana kurta tha. मैं बना ली, यहाँ तो अभी हो जाने वाला है, रूल बन जाने वाला है, सो हमें आने जाने नहीं देंगे विदाउट द मास्क, सो आई हैड टू मेक, so then I decided, I made, and I'm already wearing it. So that clicked. I said, boss, I am a fabric store. We have fabrics all the sides, we are like full of fabrics in the store. So I'm like, why don't we make masks? That's the idea that stuck, and I am ever thankful to Sabita, she's sitting right there, for that. And that's how we began. And contrary to other businesses shutting down, again, it's God's grace and the hard work of all my girls. I'd like to take their names: Sabita, Pooja. There was Brishali karke, one more staff, she's moved. Then there is Lakshmi Akka and Satya. And all of these girls took back work home, and they stitched masks and brought. Each gave me 100 masks a day. Each gave me. So we were a staff of 5 at that time. And locally, I thank a couple of corporators and my close friend Anita Govardhanauru, who helped me sustain and keep open the shop. It had a very immediate impact. Nanige, if I stitched masks in the house, the numbers wouldn't be able to be matched. And because we were a fabric store and we already had clientele, people started asking, Vidya, why don't you make masks? Cloth masks, I think, should go in, because N95 was selling at a sky high price at that time. So that's how we started. And the first lot that we posted from the store, 50 masks, went in like 5 minutes. Got sold in 5 minutes. That was the beginning. And that month, we made about 4,000 masks. In short, the irony has it that our business was the best during the April and the May of 2020, because we've made somewhere around 10,000 to 15,000 masks, where the world shut down and sat at home. We risked our lives. I can proudly say, me risking my life is nothing. Okay, my girls risking it for a job with their children at home, with their husbands at home. That I find ever grateful. I am ever grateful for them until my last breath, because they risked their life and they came to the shop 10 to 5 and they stitched. Today, we have made somewhere around 65, 70,000 masks so far, and the business sustained. Of course, there was demand dying down after 2022 started, and then we still have on display, and people do buy because of this influenza now recently starting in the last 2-3 weeks. Again, the masks are picked up. Again, people are buying, picking up. So the masks are here to stay. That was the story from 2020, and my success story as a brand is purely because of the masks. It gave me a lease of life. It gave me a second life. I was lucky. God chose me to do this job, and we stood through it. We sat through the whole thing, and we did it. That was my story. And that is the USP. We accepted our change. We accepted any work coming by our doors.
I
So I
see
don't reject
now
any
you
work.
recycle old saris and you make carry bags for wedding events. You have not restricted yourself from
Yes.
saying no, I will do only, I will do
There has
of
never been a
saris
no
only.
mark. That is the USP. So our job here again is to resurrect the same Kaudi
And
techniques
revive the old culture.
and revive. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I can say, I've seen your journey as a friend and as a entrepreneur. I have seen your journey close. And I can say you are a woman who has embraced the opportunities which came in your way.
Absolutely. That's been my USP all along.
So, with your journey and with your experience, I would like you to give a quick do and don'ts for our young entrepreneurs who are aspiring entrepreneurs.
Do's, abreast yourself with technical changes happening online in the online media marketing. Learn your search engine optimization techniques. Get online, because online business is what it is. Because you're starting up new, you cannot invest, you don't have the capital. Never worry. Do not worry at all. You can simply sit in the house and do your online marketing, get your online order, stitch at home and send out. That's the easiest. I wouldn't feel afraid to share my USP. Do what I did. Take up anything. Take up any order that comes. If you are into the textile business and sewing business, if you are into a different line of businesses, find out what is best for you and keep doing. Keep doing. Keep reinventing yourself and do the hard work. Nothing comes sitting in a place. You have to earn it. So you have to take the effort. You have to do that hard work. Keep your eyes and ears open to opportunities and never say no. When you are, it's a very crude example. Beggars cannot be choosers. I'm not saying beg, but I'm saying take up anything. You will not believe the kind of opportunity you have opened up yourself to when you stop your restrictions. Many a times we stop our restrictions, we have our mind blocks. Cut off the mind blocks and take up any business. Take up anything that you can do, which you think is your forte, even better. Keep accepting, be open-minded in business.
Thank you for your time and thank you for sharing your experiences. And
Yeah.
I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Way to go.
Thank you so much.